How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to one of my scoreboard claiming videos. This is Season 14, Fight for Freedom. I recently hit 100 in the scoreboard and went beyond. We're actually at 110. We've been able to chip away at that post 100 season score grind with the community. And now that I've had an opportunity, I'm going to go back, claim ranks 1 through 100, provide some perspective, kind of give some totals and tallies for the currencies and different rewards you're getting, all while taking a look at what's really interesting in this seasonal scoreboard, what am I going to personally be using in my camp, my shelters, and more. But without further ado, let's start claiming these. I'll be providing some perspective and more as I do go through and claim these things. For example, rerollers, it's interesting to see. We should be getting roughly 15 rerollers this season. We were just recently introduced to the rerollers. They've definitely helped both daily as you're logging in to reroll things for a better chance at more score throughout the week. But I personally like to save those rerollers when I'm getting the most out of my scoreboard, when my boost is at, let's say, 25%. And then seeing if we can add to that. Real quick, the Beware of Deathclaw sign. There's a few signs and posters you get this season. I would say this one specifically is actually one of the ones that I was looking forward to. These army posters as well. Things that I'm going to be displaying in my camp, in my shelters. Keep them lunchboxes coming. This season it looks like we're going to be getting roughly around what we got last season. I think we got 16, something like that this season. Atoms have been very consistent. Just about every season we've received 1,500. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. The happy birthday banner, I was happy to see that. You see a lot of people celebrating different things in Fallout. You see people posting things on social media. And a little happy birthday kind of banner. I imagine there's going to be a lot more surprise parties in 76. And every season, I say I'm going to do better, and unfortunately I always go a few ranks beyond where I should be when it comes to claiming the score boost. So that's kind of a big whoops on my end. But there's always next season. Next season I'll try to be better. And actually taking a step back to stamps, it's interesting to see that we'll be able to afford kind of more things with stamps, with expeditions, with new expeditions and things like that coming out. This season we are getting 20 stamps from the scoreboard, very similar to what we've previously seen. Although 20 stamps alone isn't a whole lot to really buy anything, but it's still, we'll say, pocket change that'll add up for later on. And like I mentioned, keep those atoms coming. 1,500 atoms all at once in a little lump sum of sorts. Very excited to see that. There's a few things popping up in the atomic shop. We're getting closer and closer to Halloween, so definitely looking forward to spending some of those atoms on some things that I've been putting off. These ground military vehicles, it's more so the kind of like Jeep vehicle that they have. In one of my shelters, I have kind of like a little miniature city going on. So anything like, oh, that's funny, I'm getting my challenges completed over here. Anything like a vehicle I think would look great on the roads. I may use maybe like 1 or 2 tanks, but I could imagine myself utilizing that Jeep kind of over and over again. Legendary modules, keep them coming. This season I think we actually got more legendary modules than last time. I think this season it's roughly 20 legendary modules, whereas I think we got like 13 and 16 the previous ones. It's little things like this I try to take notice of to see if we're not getting resources in one area. Where are those resources going? What are we claiming instead of those? I do like this Alaskan winter set. There's going to be some armor later on that I'll be claiming that I actually prefer and will be utilizing, but I think it's a very sharp looking set, even if it's a little bit more monochrome. Grandma Junko, I was happy to get Grandma Junko. I've seen a few people even dress up Grandma Junko in like cultist garb. When I go to their camps, it looks kind of funny. I don't know what I'm going to do right now, being we are doing kind of a Halloween seasonal, let's say, celebration of sorts in our community. We have members of the community decorating their camps with Halloween, let's say, decor. I personally have, I think it's Steven Scarsbury, whoever the Mothman worshiper is. I have him in the middle of my camp. That works perfect. I might have to swap him out for Grandma Junko, though. Caps, keep the caps coming. I think you get roughly 5,000 caps this season, which is basically what we've been receiving each season. Legendary script, can never get enough script. 1,200 script this season. Another Alaskan winter paint for combat armor this time. Lunchboxes. The wine rack I actually recently saw from a member of the community, and I liked the way it looked. I had only seen this maybe a couple of times previously and wasn't actually sure where it came from. I'll definitely be utilizing this and putting some things on display. I think that would look really good for some of the bars and other locations that I've worked on over time. Maybe have to do a refresh of some of my camps, my shelters. I feel like you'll see a lot of those at camps that focus on bars or bar crawl kind of themes. The Tesla rifle presidential paint. I feel like we haven't gotten many paints for the Tesla rifles. This might only be like the third or so paint, if I remember correctly. So always happy to see a variety of paints being offered, and it's not just always the same, let's say, paints in circulation or weapons in circulation that keep receiving different paints. Scouts banners. Keep them coming. Alright, so here we go. The Alaskan Winter Scout Armor paint. So between the Scout Armor, I think that's a safe bet for multiple characters that I use. There's going to be the Secret Service paint as well that I'll be claiming soon, but that's a little bit more particular for which character I'm using it on. So more than likely you'll be seeing me use this. I'll try to roll some Secret Service pieces and see if I can get some good ones as well. Reskin them with that Alaskan paint and have it looking sharp. Even if it doesn't look too different from like the urban camo, that'll allow you to have a mix and matching of different pieces, both, what is it, Forest Scout and the other ones. So then if you just kind of paint them all the same looking thing, you would never know. And it doesn't have to be like ghillie, it doesn't have to be very vibrant Nuka-Cola paint or anything like that. Keep those modules coming, the atoms, the gold. Alright, here we go, the Enclave Mobile Relay Survival Tent. This was a big one. Early on in the season, I saw a few people placing these down at certain events, and I like how over time the tents have grown to incorporate more and more things. And then the highlight of this tent is you get the ammo box, the scrap box, and the stash box. You're not choosing between some sort of combination. It has, what, the cooking station, I believe, and I think an ammo workbench, something like that. I gotta double check. But was very happy to see that you could utilize multiple things like that. Here's that Secret Service paint I was just talking about, looking very sharp. Deep Spacewalk Power Armor Icon. Honestly, I'm surprised there's not more space themes to kick off the celebration of Starfield's launch. We might see more of those things down the road. The Mr. Handy's Cake Maker. I've seen a few of these at different camps. People utilizing them kind of in the kitchen spaces. Love the creativity that you catch when you're going from camp to camp, vendor hopping. The trophy set, we'll see if we can incorporate that in some of our camps. Alright, we're starting to come around to the end of this. Still a good amount to claim though. Gold bullion, gold script. Love to see it. The sheep squatch rug in this one, honestly, to me it looks a little off. I don't know if the proportions are just a little off, but I think it's funny that we keep getting these different skinned rugs. Your own trophies of creatures you're defeating in Appalachia. The Auto Miner Collectron Station. That actually might look good in my Ash Heap camp. The Recon Armor. The Recon Armor looks sharp. Liberty Prime online. There you go, get yourself an icon. Yeah, so unfortunately for this score boost, instead of claiming it around here, I think I maybe went 3 or 4 past it before I started claiming. I've grown notorious for that. And even if right before I hit the level I'm ready for it, I squirrel out, forget, and then a level or 2 later I'm like, oh damn, how much did I just miss out on? Some more stamps, some more gold bullion. Gotta do some more expeditions so we can buy out all those remaining plans before the next set of expeditions come out. Tesla coil connectors. I haven't seen these actually. I'm curious to see if it makes any difference in budget. I know there's certain items in the game that I feel like they cost less budget than others. Try to keep an eye out for that. The Under Armor. The porch lanterns look nice. I've seen a few people utilize those. Ammo cache backpack. Medical backpack, so a couple options that you're getting here. Alaskan Liberation painting. Some cores, some more power armor paints. The green army camo. It's not this one that I like. I prefer the other camo paint. Assured victory. Some gold bullion. The last set of resources and currencies that we're getting as we reach almost the end of this. Brewery fermenter. I'm gonna have to set that up in my shelter. I'm looking for a few different things to incorporate, and I think that actually looked pretty good. Undetonated bomb. Shooting target stand. In the shelter city that I was talking about, I'm gonna have to set up a shooting range, and between the cans and things that you can shoot and that actually might look pretty good. The gray army camo carpet floor, that's gonna look nice. The Oval Office lawn curtains, and without further ado, the end of the scoreboard, rank 100, the presidential desk, and the Fight for Freedom bundle. And right there, that nuclear keycard makes rank 101. And as I'm about to back out of here and look at my character, you're going to see a bunch of different currencies pop up between the lunch boxes, the atoms, the gold, the stamps, the caps, the script, the modules, all that. Very happy to be receiving them. Also completing challenges over here as I collected at least the 20 modules. See all those resources coming in, and be sure to always make sure that you're not close to cap, script cap, or anything like that. Look at that, we gained a whole score rank 2 from claiming that. 111, Vault 111 status, love to see it. But yeah, always make sure that you're not close to cap or any of your other currencies. If you're close to, let's say, stamps shouldn't have a cap per se, but things like gold, your caps, your script, you want to make sure that you don't cut it too close. And I almost lost out on some script if I had maybe another 1,000 or so, on me at the time. So very happy to claim this. We got some goodies, some of these that I think are worth mentioning. The Beware Deathclaw sign I like personally. The Grandma Junko ally I'll be utilizing soon in one of my camps. The Enclave tent, that mobile station, that's exactly what it is. I'll be swapping that out very soon. The ground military vehicles, the wine rack, and other things I'll definitely be setting up. I'll see what I can showcase in my shelter as well. So you'll be seeing some of that decor over here in future videos. Speaking of future videos, keep an eye out for more goodies, more legendary crafting rerolls. I have a few goodies planned, some giveaways for the community, and much more. I'd like to say thank you guys for checking out the video. I do hope you found it informative. Definitely more score claiming videos coming up with future seasons, upcoming patch notes and update videos, so keep an eye out for that. If you want to join us and you're on the Xbox side of things, we are on Twitch. You'll find me over there. I'd like to thank the Twitch community for the adventures, the shenanigans throughout the week. I'd like to thank the Patreon community, those supporting me over there. A huge thank you to you guys, and for everybody on YouTube, keep an eye out for all the future adventures, the future shenanigans, and more. Until next time, take it easy, everybody.